we are keen on producing a very active younger leaders who are enthusiastic to present themselves as a decent member of the international community.
Assistant language teachers help the Japanese foreign language teachers in class and assist in preparing teaching materials and class activities.
I was an ALT, assistant language teacher, in junior high school, 2 junior high schools and 7 elementary schools.
And I'm teaching in junior high schools. I've got 14 junior high schools to teach.
Knowledge of Japanese language is not required to be an assistant language teacher.
Some jets have no Japanese.
I went to Japan unable to speak Japanese and was expected to teach English in a very small town.
I have a decent amount of Japanese.
A functional knowledge of Japanese is, however, needed to be a coordinator of international relations.
I'm in my 6th year currently in Japan. For 3 years I spent time in Sakai City, just south of Osaka, on the JET program.
These JETs work in local government offices.
I will be assisting in international events. I will be writing newsletters for the local newspapers and probably doing a little bit of translations and interpretations and probably some school visiting.
A lot of teachers don't quite realise or don't quite know how to implement English activities in the classroom in a useful way.
From what I could see, it was quite different to New Zealand from what I can remember. The junior high school especially was very regimented.
Often the younger teachers who have spent time in foreign countries have a more broad knowledge of or more contact with native English, have more of an awareness of what's useful, what's not, how to teach English in an interesting way.
They couldn't really speak. They couldn't have a conversation. Their idea of having speaking practice was reading the textbook aloud, so that it was just going through them. They weren't actually creating the ideas in their head. They weren't thinking.
At the same time, they also have the pressure from the Board of Education, or the Ministry of Education, because they have a certain syllabus they have to teach. So it's like two conflicting situations. They know that Japanese English speaking is inadequate, but they also have to teach the syllabus.
I also get the impression you are dissatisfied with your performance in building English capacity here. Is my impression correct?
Well, good is not enough. We have to aim at being better, all right? Good is never sufficient. We are ambitious enough to do better things. Well, in that sense, we encourage to create a situation where students and Japanese teachers are forced to present themselves, to express themselves in a foreign language. You know, practice makes perfect. That's my motto.
A panel including New Zealanders helps the Japanese embassy select JETs for teaching English or coordinating in local government. From amongst graduates of bachelor or teaching diploma courses aged under 40, JETs receive return airfares between Japan and New Zealand and approximately 3,600,000 yen after tax annually. JETs communicate the culture of Japan and New Zealand.
Because I wasn't a fluent speaker of Japanese, the 2 or 3 words that are extremely effective are thank you and please, and to say them as many times as you can.
JETs enthuse about the exchange teaching opportunity.
It's a great opportunity to go to a foreign country, be immersed in a culture.
On the eve of the new group's departure, in a 2006 farewell party hosted by Japan's then ambassador to New Zealand, Masaki Saito.
You bring back some experiences and share with your friends and your people here.
To be a jet, it's great. I expect I'll be seeing a lot of kids, and I will be introducing myself, introducing New Zealand, and generally just trying to introduce the kids to the world outside Japan.
The thing I would say to young people is that when you make a friend with a Japanese person, if you make a good friendship, you have a friendship for life, and you must honour that.
きながら